Hello everyone, welcome to another CS2 investing video. And today I'm going to go over some of my personal investments that I'm going to be making in the month of December and maybe into next year, see how they look. But yeah, first off, I'm giving away this M4A4 Spider Lily, as you can see on screen here. So if you want to win it, please like, comment, make sure your trade link is in your profile description, and most importantly, subscribe. I will be checking. But yeah. I've had on my last video loads and loads of you been commenting, which is really, really good. All some really good feedback, and yeah, those of you telling me it's a great video. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but we're already nearly at 100 subscribers, which is just amazing. So thank you guys so much. And yeah, I think after I do this giveaway, I'm gonna add some other stuff onto this giveaway as like a little like second and third place prizes and stuff, and then I might do a bigger giveaway after that. So yeah, just as a thank you for all your comments, they've been really, really good, really supportive, and honestly, even like the negative comments are good because it tells me how I can improve my channel and my content and stuff like that. So yeah, keep leaving comments. I love chatting to you guys in the comments and seeing all your opinions and what you have to say about stuff. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Let's get right into it. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is a couple of cases that I'm actually going to be buying. And the first one is going to be the Recoil case. The reason that I'm going to be buying a few of these, well, probably quite a lot because they're quite cheap at the moment, is because I reckon these are probably the next case to get removed from the active drop pool. It's either this case or the Dreams and Nightmares case, but I think it will probably be the Recoil case. And also, like, it's a pretty good case. Like, if we look at the price of the case at the moment, we're sitting at 24 cents, which over, if we go to the last year, like the peak was about 35 cents. So we're down from the peak. So I still think it's a really good place to buy at. And if we look at like the fracture case, so we talk about recently removed cases from the active drop pool, like they had an initial spike when they got removed because loads of people got FOMO and started buying them up. So yeah, so I think if you can buy loads of these now while they're still cheap, and then because they'll probably be the next case to get removed, I don't know when, it could be months down the line, it could be um early 2026, could be halfway through 2026, who knows? But yeah, definitely I reckon this will be the next case removed from the active drop pool. So I think it's such a good time to just buy them while they're cheap. Because once they get in the active drop pool, you know what happens, they just spike up in price, and yeah. They tend to spike up a little bit and then have a little bit, they go down a little bit, and then they keep going up steadily after um, a long period of time. So yeah, as a long-term safe investment, I think this is probably your best bet, just to buy loads of these cheap Recoil cases. I mean, you can do the Dreams and Nightmares as well if you think that's going to be removed next, but personally, I'll be buying these just because they're way cheaper. You can get way more of them, and I think they're more likely to be removed next. So yeah, definitely a good investment. Low, very easy, accessible investment because they're only like, was it 25 cents? So yeah, my next case is going to be the Prisma case. And this is actually one of the cheaper rare drop pool cases. But I think this case is definitely undervalued compared to some of the other rare drop pool case. Because yeah, we look at the coverts, it's got very nice coverts. And then we look at the knives. It's got some pretty decent knives. You can get Dopplers, stiletto Dopplers, Talon Dopplers as well, which are really good. So, I mean, it's not got like anything like Butterfly or M9 or stuff like that, like your really high tier knives. But like, look right there on the screen, it came up with a Stiletto Ruby, and if you get Stiletto Ruby, that's a lot of money still. So yeah, and I think at the moment this case is not it's around $1. Let's have a look. Yeah, so $1.11. And the reason I like this case is that it's still like been fairly stagnant recently. So I had a little bit of a spike. And before the big market crash, we were actually at $1.30. And then we crashed all the way down here to whatever this is, 57 cents at one point, which is absolutely crazy. But now we've gone back up to around $1.11. So yeah, this case had a big surge at kind of like the beginning of to like halfway through. Like I mean, all through 2025, it's been going up until about July. So the first half, yeah. And then it kind of stagnated out and it's still down from there. So I think this is definitely a good price point to buy. Like if you see like the graphs and when like a lot of the cases and stuff and items are like, especially cases are like stagnate out. You look at like past cases, they have a long period, like have like past cases that have gone up a lot in value. They have a long period where they're stagnant for a long time, and then they have this sudden spike up. So if you see these with like very stagnant or a bit down, there's always a good chance to buy the cases because you never know, like because that well, first of all, it means that the case is holding its price steadily at that kind of price range, like maybe a bit of up, bit of down, but like it's managing to hold the price, which means there's actual demand for it at that price. And then, yeah, you see the cases that have been stagnant for ages. Sometimes they just absolutely skyrocket up in price. So, yeah, I think the Prisma case is definitely a good rare, cheaper rare drop pool case to invest in. Because it's got good skins, good knives, and it's a pretty good price point as well. So that's the same with the Prisma 2 case. They're pretty much the same case. So Prisma 1, 2 case are definitely a very good A tier, S tier investment for me in a moment. And I will be buying some of them as well as the Recoil case and maybe some Dreams and Nightmares from mostly Recoil cases and Prisma cases. So that's the cases I want to talk about. Next, we're going to move on to some sticker collections. And this is going to be the Elemental Craft sticker that are currently in the armory. And I've already talked about this before. So we had the character craft stickers before in the armory and they got removed. And since they've been removed, certain stickers in there have absolutely pumped. They've gone up like, I don't know, like the Flex paper sticker, that's been absolutely pumping recently. And other I mean, they're pretty much all up apart from like the worst ones, which is like the lefty, like the hand sticker and stuff. But it's quite obvious to know which stickers are the nice ones. You can look at a lot of data to see which ones are most applied, such as the Flex and what's it called, From the Deep. But yeah, I think the exact same thing's gonna happen with the Elemental Craft sticker pack, just because like they're so good for crafting. Crafting has never been more popular than it is today. And they're so cheap as well. And once they get removed or announced to get removed, they're just going to go up in price. And once they're out of the armory, then it's just a stagnant supply. There's going to be no more of these created. They're just going to go down as more people apply them and make crafts out of them. So yeah, stickers such as like the Scorch Loop, the High Heat, the Winding Scorch, like the Hydro stickers, definitely good investments. I'll probably stay away from these. I mean, the Rainbow Root's probably all right, but I'll definitely, personally, I'm going to be buying these blue high grade stickers, especially the Scorch Loop and the High Heat, and maybe the Bolt Charge as well, Bolt Strike. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious, like which ones are applied a lot. Like you look around, you see people doing loads of crafts with the Scorch Loop, with the High Heat. Like, you know, like the hot rod heat, like I've never actually seen anyone do a craft with the hot rod heat, but I've seen hundreds of crafts with the high heat, hundreds of crafts with the scorch loop, hundreds of crafts with the bolt charge. And even they've got like the purple version of these as well, which are quite good. I don't know why they're not on here on Price Empire, but yeah, definitely a very good investment, especially at the price range. Like if we look at this is probably one of the more expensive ones, the high heat. But yeah, I was talking about before when it was like down here, like a bit lower, and it's already gone up from the last time I talked about it, and it's not even been removed. But yeah, it's definitely a very strong place to buy them at the moment because you see it's kind of a very flat, like, I don't know, like where we are right now is very flat and stagnant. Like they did pump up a bit, but I think this is like back when like people found out stuff was going to be removed from the armory and it wasn't just going to stay there forever. So yeah, definitely a very good thing to invest your money into if you're looking at safe investments, long-term investments, because yeah, as soon as these get removed, people are going to be still crafting them like crazy. I mean, they are now. They're going to keep crafting them like crazy, and there's going to be no more created from the armory once they're removed. So yeah, definitely a good long-term safe investment. Because yeah, we've already seen the character craft sticker go up, so I don't see any reason why these might not do the same thing. Like the only reason I can think of is more people have their eyes on it and more people maybe there'll be more people buying them and keeping them to invest in, but like I don't really think that changes much. Like that only like us either way they're still gonna make you profit in my opinion. Like I don't see these ever going down in price unless Valve does something absolutely crazy. So yeah. And the final thing I wanted to talk about was like armor in discontinued collection skins. So we've seen with the graphic collection recently, the graphic design collection, that the coverts and the classifieds have pumped up a lot in price recently. But what I'm going to be buying is I'm going to be buying a lot of these cheaper industrial grade, maybe mil sticks, and mostly industrial grade items as like cheap investments. I'll be buying a lot of them probably in a factory new. So if you look at the Galil NV, the price right now is sitting at, from its all-time high, which was $1, it's now nearly half of that. It's about 64 cents. So I think that's looking really good at the moment to buy into. But yeah, these are discontinued. The collection's completely discontinued. There's only like 20,000 AUP CMYKs in existence, and because no more being created, and I don't know, I feel like this collection was definitely very underrated. A lot of people slept on the CMYK, and like the Desert Eagle Starcade is such a good Desert Eagle skin. I think personally it's the best Desert Eagle skin in the game. Maybe the Emerald Jormungandr I really like as well. But yeah, I really like the Starcade. It's a very good looking skin. But yeah, buy loads of these cheap industrial grade skins. I'll be buying them in factory new because there's going to be no more added to add to drop pool. Not to add to drop pool, sorry. No more added from the armory because they're a discontinued collection. It's going to go down in supply as more people using to trade up to these more high tier items up here. So yeah, and these high tier items will definitely go up in price as well as like demand increases, and like especially like some of these like classifieds will go up in price as they're traded up to the CMYK. So yeah, definitely a very good investment to buy discontinued collection skins, especially the cheaper ones, because there's going to be no more created, and they're just going to keep going up in price as they go down. They go down in supply and up in demand for trade ups. So yeah. And the same thing, Sport and Field collection, which isn't actually removed yet, but the Sport and Field and the Overpass collection are probably the two next collections to be removed from the armory. So while they're cheap and while they're still in the armory, I'm going to be buying loads of these industrial grades and factory new for the exact same reason, because when they get removed, they're just going to go up in price as people. I mean, there are more of these. This isn't as slept on as the graphic design collection, but still, a discontinued collection in the past has always gone up in price. I don't see any reason why these won't, especially as all of these skins are used over time, over the next few years, to trade up to the high tier skins like the Axia, the Rainbow Spoon, and the Fade. Because I mean, I've got a factory new Axia, and that's already been pumping at the moment. For some reason, I'm not entirely sure why. It might be China pumping it, but I don't know. But yeah, definitely these could be a great investment in the long run. Because if you look at like the cheapest from like old discontinued collections, like you think about the Rising Sun collection, or you think about like I don't know, the Canals, the Gods and Monsters collection, like all the really low tier skins in factory new, they're like 10, like they're between like $5-10 at the moment. And when they were dropping in game, they were like free, like 10-20 cents, like under $1 at least. So yeah, definitely a really good investment to pick up these low tier skins. But yeah, that's all I had to say for today. Remember, I'm doing the giveaway for the M4 Spider Lily, and if you would like to enter, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and have your trade link in your profile description. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys for all the support on the videos and all the comments you've left me, because it's been really nice to see what you guys have to say, and for everyone that's subscribed. We're almost at 100 subscribers. So yeah, thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.